Hmm. Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's question is: will Rafe be killed off on Days of Our Lives? Now, this character has been on for quite a while, right? Quite a while. I gotta sit there and look up. I gotta sit there and look up exactly when he's started. He's been on the show for a while. So the question is: are you gonna sit there and kill him off? And keep him on? Either way, I gotta sit there and say, out of all the time I've been watching this show, this is the first time that his character, his storyline seemed exciting. Now we're gonna be talking about all the soap operas tonight: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful, Young and Restless. As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button. It really does help. It seriously does. Do roll call. Freddie, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Melly Mel, my horror queen. How you doing tonight? Tommy, how you doing, my friend? Hope all is well with you. Francis in the chat. How you doing tonight, Francis? Hope all is well with you. Queen of the South, how is the Queen doing tonight? Hope you are well. Really good to see you. Thank you for joining tonight. I saw you in the comments section. I was like, yes, hope I get to sit there and see you tonight. So I'm glad that you made it. Okay, I'll sit there and say this announcement now, and I'll sit there and say it later on. There's 11 people in the chat so far. There is one of me, so I'm not going to be able to sit there and get to every single comment. Do not take offense. Um, I know most of y'all don't, but I got to sit there and start kind of instilling that a little bit more. Francis said, "What's going on, BNB? Why is everyone acting like I?" That's not such a same thing. Francis, like, my friend died. I was like, you just met this person, right? That was my friend. He was so nice. Y'all hung out once. Y'all hung out once. Freddie says, I'm just listening. I will hit the like button. And also, I'll be here. And I'll be just only one person. Thank you. Thank you, Freddie. Queen is up. Oh, of course, I got to sit there and ask how my queen is doing. I got to ask how my queen is doing. Mel says, I'm really going to love seeing Co- Cotton or Colton as Andrew Donovan, um, Christopher as Paul, and Sonny and Serena as Florence Cook to be on Friday. Okay. Um, yeah. Do you think they're going to sit there? Tommy says, how do you feel about Kyle and Victor's talk about Claire? I thought it was interesting, okay, because Victor is a very protective person. Um, and he doesn't want Claire to get caught up in Kyle's drama. It's one of those rare times where it's like, yes, he is doing too much, but Kyle is giving her secrets and telling her certain stuff about what's going on between her and Summer. It's like, you know, she hasn't really had a lot of life experiences. So it's like maybe you can kind of ease up on that a little bit and just kind of be more for boss and not necessarily be having her be this confident. Now, one thing that was interesting was when he was like, you don't trust me or something like that. It's like, where do I stand with you? And Victor was like, a lot of people don't know where they stand with me. I'm like, that's not good. But that's the thing. Yes. He's like, well, where do I stand with you? I'm like, well, what's good, Laura B? How you doing tonight? I'm like, isn't it there saying like he doesn't trust you? Kyle, you know damn well that Victor is using you to get back at your father. You know that. Francis says someone's doing too much, going to lose any rights she has now with Harris. You think so? She is, but she's not. Like she is to a large extent. I'm trying to give her a little grace because I'm trying to sit there. It's like she's looking at this from a mother's point of view, and also she's still very overprotective since the whole Harrison thing. I mean, since the whole Harrison kidnapping. What's good, Darby? Thank you for joining tonight. And Autumn says Laura, Curtis, and Anna, how even Trina was doing most of the heavy lifting, and Gremlin and Drew didn't do anything. I'm sick of them praising Drew like he's some hero while everyone else. He did his thing. He did help. I'm not saying that he wasn't the only person. Yes, there's other people that were heroes. But he did go out there. He did sit there and help rescue. Um, I mean, I get it. They shouldn't just act like it's just him, but Autumn says Connie reminds me of a movie, Fatal Attraction, of being obsessed to be desperate for love and just funny. She talking. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's giving me very Lifetime movies. Um, but she is making Rafe's story interesting. So I give her that, if nothing else. And I don't understand why the hell is Willow so that they're trusting Nina. She is confining and is that's exactly what I'm saying they're saying, Francis. She is that they're confining and Nina. Okay. She act like she had nobody else to turn to. Oh, you have Sasha. You have Sasha. Hell, I would have rather her turn to Chase than to turn to Nina. What the is wrong with you? What's good, Black Mom? You know, Freddie, all I gotta sit there and say about that, I'm like, Jake, if you didn't sit there and accept Jace's money, that would have been some really bad ish right there. You know damn well your mom's struggling. Your mom Dukes is out there sitting there struggling, and you sitting there like, exactly, Francis. It was just like, why are you trusting Nina of all people? Darby says, but you couldn't make your mom say that Drew was the hero of that event. No, I'm not going to say no, he wasn't. But let's not sit there and try to act like he didn't do his part. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit there and say he was the solo hero, no. But I think that people are trying to take away from the fact that he didn't do anything. Like he just sat there and just did nothing. Um, he was one of the contributors that did help. So I'm doing good, Black Mom. I'm doing good. Um, eh, no, I didn't. I'm be honest. I didn't. And I know that's very dickish me to say, but I didn't feel bad for Stephanie. That chick is mad thirsty. She couldn't sit there and wait 5 minutes. She couldn't wait 5 minutes until um Everett got home before she decided to go up in his face. When Kayla literally sat there and said, "Could you give him a few minutes to acclimate?" Um, like Jesus fucking Christ, and she's all like, "Oh, well, you know how I am about patience." I was like, "Okay," and this is exactly what happens. This is exactly what happens when you start acting all thirsty. That's not true, Darby. Let's not sit there and try to act like he didn't do anything. Come on, bro. I know that you didn't like. Um, I know some people don't like Drew, but I feel like just because some people don't like Drew, they think they're trying to take away what he did. Jay Blue says under the influence of fireworks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't believe they actually sat there and blamed the fireworks. Rosa, how you doing tonight? Let's everyone say what's up to Rosa. I think this is either your second or third time being back. Whoa, Holy shit. The superstar, the one and only. And it's funny, Nathaniel Gray, by the way, aka the former Mason. It was really funny. I was actually that I was kind of weird. What's good, Sammy? I was actually thinking about you today. And I sat there, was like, absolutely. I was just sitting there thinking about you. I was like, wait, hold on. I was like, he did his thing. He made the storyline a lot better. He tried to incorporate some stuff as far as like fight scenes and stuff. His character made Austin more interesting. For the time he was on it, he actually really did kind of uplift the story and like I'll take on the show. I thought about that today. What's good, Samuel? Nobody says Drew didn't do crap. I do like Drew, but let's call a spade a spade. I think that you may have a fuzzy memory. I don't know. I remember Drew doing a lot more than him just not doing anything. What's good, Deluxe? Susan R. And she says hi to Nathaniel, and Sammy's watching Why Not. It was actually good today. Why Not was actually good. Exactly. And it's funny too, because a couple other people in the chat was like, we haven't seen in a while. Nathaniel, how's life? How's life, Nathaniel? How's everything going with you? What can you tell us about what you've been up to lately? And Blackmon has been a member for 18 effing months. That's what's up. And say, yeah, I've been that busy and just want to pop in and say hello. Well, hello. Thank you for joining. Thank you for just popping in. No, seriously, I appreciate it. And I think everyone in the chat appreciated it as well. Like I said, it was funny. I was either say it was yesterday. I was sitting there thinking about you. Yeah, when I watched it, it was good this morning. Or was it Saturday? But he says, at least I watched that scene like 5 times near slapping the itch out of Drew. It was hilarious to me. I sat there was like, Nina, you just jealous. You just jealous. But Darby says Billy should have told Victor to mind his own damn business. Especially when you sat there and said, "Oh, come over here, Billy boy." I'm like, "Yo." And Lobby says, "I appreciate you popping in, Nathaniel." Nathaniel says, "Life is good." Well, I've been doing a lot of writing on some shows I created. We start filming some things end of the year. Okay. Well, if you whenever you can tell us, let us know the shows that you created. We'll definitely sit there and support it. We'll sit there and support it. So tell us what platform. Francis says, "Who do you think's the killer on BNB?" It's so wild to me because part. I mean, maybe it's Jack. Maybe it's Jack, Francis. The thing says, "Hey, so I see that the doc I hit on is back on GH. The doc you hit on is back on GH. What doc is that? I don't remember. I don't remember the doc that you hit on. Was it Liz? Was it Portia? I know, Zan, but every time he calls him Billy Boy, it just makes me laugh. Portia says, "What did you do in Greenland?" I don't remember, but I have a feeling like he did something. What's the doc that's actually he hit on? She was Austin's best friend. She was Austin's best friend. She was Austin's best friend. Is back as the doc on GH. Was it Liz? Dark hair died. Oh, she's not back on GH though. I know you're talking about Brit. Brit. I think you hit on Brit. I know, but it's weird though because I should remember her name, but I don't. That's what I was listening to the season, Susan. That's what I was like. It might be Brit. Yep, and Laura B says Brit. Francis says I think maybe Jack is the killer, but not sure why yet. Dan says no. I heard that she's coming back, just not as Brit. Oh, okay. What? So the actress is coming back. So the actress is coming back. She's not. She's just not coming back as Brit Westbrook. Hmm. Okay, that's interesting. Look says that Anna bumped her head. She's now playing with Jason's life. Yeah. Rosa says, oh, that's interesting. What do you say? Okay. Mel says, Albert, I didn't like the way that Everett broke her heart, that it did not take her long to get back in Chad's orbit when he is only thinking about Abigail. Out there alive. Okay. You know, Jay Blue, I think she saw him in the park. Well, he saw Carly and Donna in the park one day and did talk about likes to play soccer. Krista says, well, if you can't remember, then Drew didn't do much. I have a feeling. I have a feeling, Crystal. I don't exactly remember, but I have a feeling. I'm going off my feeling. That's what you soap opera fans do, right? Y'all react based off of y'all feelings. Dan says, so what's new over there? I see we have some missing people who are just normally always here. You mean in the chat? Oh, well, I heard that Maurice Bernard had to sit there and take some time off because his story started to affect him personally. Or Mo, you know him as Mo. Mo took some time off because like the story apparently got a little bit too heavy for him. Yes, in the chat. Yeah, they probably coming later on, Nathaniel. Um, Jess always likes to make her usual late entrance. Um, and I don't know what Kyrie's is doing. Nathaniel said Jess isn't here. The rest of the normies. But Darby's here. Blackmon is here. And I don't know what Kyrie's is doing. And we never have any idea what DC's doing. Freddie says Albert Curtis and Trina now giving Heather the benefit of the doubt over this stupid. Yeah, I don't understand that, Freddie. It's specifically with Trina because Trina wasn't happy at first when Heather was going to go free when Laura was fighting for Heather, and then in this one she's like, well, it wasn't her fault. She everybody says not late. Oh, my bad, Darty. Yeah. Jess will kill me. Yeah, her grand entrance. Samuel says Queen Sharon is breaking my heart right now. Cassie's death has always been a sore spot for the show. For this show. Yeah, she's talking to or seeing Ghost Cassie now. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said Darby's here. And Blackmon's here. He's just chilling in the background. But George Blackmon is here though. So we got some of the old crew. Um Alyssa isn't here yet. She's probably working, so she'll get here like a little bit later on, around 9:30. The thing is, the one time I actually say Jess' name and she isn't here. Well, the thing is, and Darby says, Nathaniel, no, Darby says, I'm good, Nathaniel. How are you, sir? What's good, Island Breeze? Nathaniel says, Spider Quick and the rest, what I meant, they're all missing. Yeah, I had to sit there and ban Spider Quick. He got a little bit too messy. So he's in Kyrise's live streams now. He's an okay kid, but Spider Quick got a little bit too messy though. My patience. Yeah, we got some of the Nathaniel says, "Oh, okay, I need the tea." Nah, he's a kid, Nathaniel, and I'm only going to sit there and tell people a certain amount of times before I'm just done talking to them. So I just wound up. Nathaniel says, "Paint the picture. What happened? What's good, cherry ice cream?" He basically had an attitude, and I told him to stop doing something, and he was like, "I'm gonna do what I want to do. It's just what I do." So I was like, "Okay, cool. You're not gonna do it here," and I just blocked him. But we're cool. I'm not dealing with kids. So no offense to him or anything like that. But and shout out to the real Sheree R. Um, she's kind of busy right now, but I want to sit there and give a special shout out to Sheree R. Or he got out of the pocket with that one. Yeah, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm done. I was like, I'm done, bro. I know her feelings. He's a teenager, But I'm not, you know. Producer's Albert is terrible writing for Kirsten. Trying to have sympathy for Heather. Get the F out of here with that BS. Thank God Portia's the only one not buying. Yeah, like I said, I stand with Portia on that. I stand with Portia on that. Island says I like, you know, I do. I just find it kind of weird. Like the things, we're going to talk about that too. Darby says no more foul, no more fourth and fifth chances with Mr. Bostic. Yes, I ain't doing that shit. Fuck that. Nope. I'm good. I don't got patience for that. Yes, Francis, 38 people in the chat. Hit that like button. Become a member. I mean, hit that like button. God damn it. Samuel says, but y'all were mad with Portia last week. Yeah, exactly. What's your point? We could be mad and still stand by her. And then it says, so Albert, what couple? Oh, shh. We got the big one now. Hot and spicy. Chicken flavor. You know, I got to sit there and get the big one. One day I'm just going to sit there and surprise people and just get a big ass rotisserie chicken. And I was going to sit there and just have that. Or some Popeyes again. I want to sit there and have Popeyes. I have Popeyes in one of my streams. Anthony, the number one YouTuber, how are you doing tonight? I got to sit there and have my god awful voice. Okay, cool. We got 17 legs, so we're somewhere. Yeah, Nathaniel, I mean, I like to, let's be honest, I like to be repetitive, but every once in a while. Oh, Francis, this is the big size. Darby says first it was shrimp, now he's switching to chicken. Island says I can't eat fried food anymore. Stop tempting me. I love Popeyes. Ooh, Mommy Island, if you don't mind me asking, why can't you eat fried food anymore? Mel says my tuition is that Rafe is gonna survive. Well, stabbing injury, but not leaving the show. Well, that's yeah, okay, that's good. Amy H, what's good, Amy H? You know the thing is surprisingly it's been getting better a little bit. I mean it's not fully there, but I've been enjoying it for the most part. I've been actually enjoying it for the most part. You know how harsh I can be, but I've been enjoying it. They got a new woman named Nathaniel says show's going strong, story picking up or not so much in your okay. So this is a chat this is a question for the chat. Show's going strong, stories picking up or not so much in your guys' opinions. Yes, is GH actually picking up a little bit? I think it is personally, but let me know in the chat. Krista says no because I saw what Spencer and Trina did. I know what Laura and the rest of them did, but Drew. Well, okay. I feel like he did something. I can't sit there and say he didn't do anything, but no, I don't remember. And then it says it's good that your show's picking back up. That's good. Well, yes, no, it's definitely getting a thing. Listen, I've been watching General Hospital since college, so I definitely want that story to pick up. I mean, I definitely want GH to actually stay good. And it's funny, Nathaniel was just asking about you, Jess. Queen Jess is in the chat. Queen Janice in the chat. See, Darby did sit there and say that Jess is going to sit there. Yep. Speak of the queens, Queens Darby is plural. Put an S by the end of that. Nathaniel's in the chat, mate, aka former Mason's in the chat. We were just talking about you. He's still in it. I think he's still in the chat. Autumn says, I'm glad Jason admitted to Jake he had shortcomings as a father. That was big of him to admit. And hopefully him and Jake can get on the same page and be father and son. I don't think that's going to last, Autumn. I mean, I am right. I am right, Darby. I'm just not just saying you plurals because both Jess and what you call it, Jess and Janet are in the chat. They're both queens. So, put some respect in their name. So, Jess, do you think that General Hospital has actually picked up with their story? You think they're actually doing a lot better now? And Nathaniel says, "Hello, Princess Jess, and what is this former Mason?" I'm sorry, my bad. I forgot. When Nathaniel's here, Jess's status gets bumped down to Princess. Jenna says, "Thank you, but I'm just happy to be here." Listen, Jenna, I'm happy to see you. I just said that. I literally just sat there and said that. And there we go. Kyrie's Clark, the original OG. And Nathaniel says, "Jess, did you miss me?" And it's funny too, Kyrie, because he was just sitting there asking about you. He was like, "Where's the OG crew?" I didn't actually have a single bite of this shit. Yep, and Janet says, "Great, Nathaniel is here. Missed him on GH." And Nathaniel says, "Working like a crazy person, but life is good." And Nathaniel says, "Thank you, Janet." Like I said, it was actually fun. It was either today or was it? I think it was either today or yesterday. And I have questions for you. And I feel like I need another drink already. God damn it. Okay, Jess, you know the rules. If I get a hangover, it's your fault. And Jess says you and Nathaniel should do another live one day. Yes, whenever like I said, whenever Nathaniel wants to sit there and come on, he doesn't even have to ask. You just sit there and say, hey, Albert, I want to come through. Anytime he wants to come through, mi casa, su casa. Harry says, but while Soaps has some good fight scenes, Eric was laying hands on Deacon. I know, but I didn't, I wasn't going to sit there and try, I wasn't going to sit there and butcher his name. It was good, Justin. Justin says Nina can't judge Drew and slap him. Look how she got with Drew. Anyway, Carly don't even know she slept with Drew behind her back. And Jay Blue says nobody's talked about Charlotte showing up today. Yeah, that was kind of odd. Yeah, I didn't want to butcher Nathan. I didn't want to butcher his name like I did before. Oh, no, I want to screenshot this shit. Hold on. Let me screenshot this shit. Hold on. No, 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 no. Hurry the fuck up. There we go. There we go. Thanks, Jess. Appreciate you. Jess say, here you go. You goddamn right, here I go, Jess. You know me too well. Harry says Mason needs to be released from jail since Ava should be in prison very shortly. Nathaniel says they rewrote him, yeah, so he's a cop now, no longer a gangster. Yep. Jiggly says when Charlotte said cast knives are bad unless they die trying to be good, the camera went back to Valentine. I wonder if he was thinking of himself. Ah, Eagle Fang. Hey, Albert, wants to talk about Martin's show that's coming out. I, I'll give it a chance, but I think it's going to be a one and done show. Yeah, but I mean, it's funny, Eagle Fang. I said the same thing about Fresh Prince of Bel Air, but somebody told me that Fresh Prince dealt with more serious issues, and that's why they're able to sit there and shift it to a drama. What's good, Danny? Danny, what's you still doing YouTube? Where's the videos at? Freddie says Albert Jason needs to take action now. Anna, Way is taking forever as slow as a turtle. He finally got the evidence to get his life back and get Carly out of those. Yeah. Oh, Nathaniel says, but he's your boo. So you have to stay low, Jess. Yes, you have to stay low, Jess. Yes, you have to stay low, Jess. Loyal. Loyal with a capital L. You heard that, Jessica? Curtis, to be fair, Dex was never a believable gangster. He couldn't take Mason. Dex can't even handle Cyrus one on one. I disagree. Darby says we need the humor of Mason back on GH. Humor is something that's been sorely missing on GH. There's a lot of things that's sorely been missing. Loyal. Nathaniel says I will go live with you if Kyrie also jumps on live. Kyrie, come through. Guys, you want to come through real quick? I'll send you the link. I love how Jess sit there and say with all cap letters, like she's like ordering me. Well, Kyrie, I sent you the link. Actually, I sent Nathaniel the link also. So, Kyrie, if you want to come through, you want to hop on for a hot minute, let me know. I sent you the link. And same thing for you, Nathaniel. It's not like it took me a hot minute, though. Jesus Christ, why did it take me so long? There we go. But, yeah. All right. Kyrie's just coming through. Tommy says, Albert, did you see tomorrow's episode? No, I'm gonna watch it after this live stream. Watch it after this live stream. I definitely want to watch it tonight though. It's gonna be super hard to watch it tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it, Tommy. YNR has actually been pretty good. So GH was actually pretty good. YNR was pretty good. BNB, I don't know what the hell BNB is. Oh, tell you right now. Uh, Gray Gray's area, Gray Area Films. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and like shout it out, but it's Gray's area. That's what I sent it to. Lashonda, it's been a hot minute. How have you been? But yeah, that's why I sent it to Gray Area. How you doing?
Hey, buddy. Oh, I'm doing good. How are you? There you go, Jess.
I
I
can't
did it.
complain.
Now the princess is happy. Man, it's so hot. I hate the summer.
I love the summer. The hotter the better.
How can you like that in New York? It's like 130 degrees of sweat. I don't even want to
Because
leave
when it
my
gets
house
cold,
right. Hmm?
when it's cold, you don't want to go outside. You don't want to go anywhere.
See, here's the thing, man. When it's hot, you can't take enough shit off to cool off. When it's cold, you get to wear all the good clothes. There he is.
What is up, people?
What's good, my friend?
Mason needs to be out of jail because if Ava is out of jail, then Mason could be out of. That's right. I've completely flipped because Ava, she switched Sonny's medication again. So therefore, no.
I
So if
love to be missed.
so if
I love to be missed.
so if Ava is not in jail, then you don't need to be in jail either. You paid your debt to society.
Yeah,
All
here's the
you
thing.
did.
Here's the thing. Look, man. If they ever figure out a way to bring me back, is remember I was brought in to enhance Austin. When Austin's gone, I mean, there was really nothing for me to do. So either they bring me back and I work for Cyrus, but I don't even know what's going on with Cyrus. I think they're focusing on Pikeman.
You could take over Cyrus. Think about it. Cyrus is weak right now, so he's distracted. I mean, he's distracted by Laura, so now's the perfect time. You get released
Well,
from
like I said, they
jail.
didn't kill me. They didn't kill
Take
me
him
for a
out.
reason, but I mean, what is it? Let's see. Cyrus, when he first appeared, it was like 2-3 years before he came back. I'd give it some time. I'd give it some time before they remember me.
Exactly. You could easily take out Cyrus, put a bullet in him, and that would just be that. Let Laura be mad at you. And then as far as they just need to give you a better tie to the show because who gives a damn about Austin at this point? You are always more talented than Austin any damn ways. You don't need him. So
Nah,
you could
man.
easily be Diane Miller's long lost son. I could see that.
I'll take all the love. I missed all you guys. I'm sorry, I've just been busy. But yeah, look, GH is home. They were really, really good to me. They didn't need to keep me as long as they did, and I appreciate all you guys that like what I did on the show. It means a lot. Thank you.
Maybe you can get involved with Alexis Davis. I can see that. I mean, she does like the bad boys, so and she needs to get laid.
Well, the way they wrote my character, so does he.
I mean, what? You never did that under Alexis. Alexis hates Ava's guts right now because Ava's the one that.
But remember, I used to be nice. I used to be nice until they had me hit on "Oh Girl in the Bar," and then all of a sudden I became creepy. The moment they got rid of Link then I needed to be the new Link.
Jessica said he don't like old chicks. Well, um, look, Alexis knows how to keep her men satisfied. So she got
I'm
that
not
killer.
having this conversation.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with
I'm
it.
not having this conversation.
Look, I'm trying to tell you, Alexis Mason could throw it down with Alexis. You are just Alexis's type. Trust me.
All right, look, you
If
guys
she
all
could be
write
with
into the
Jerry
show.
Jack, she will be with Mason.
You guys all write into the show and bug them enough that you all want me back after, you know what I mean? They'll bring me back. Because that's
Yeah.
how that works. If enough fans, because they really do, they get all this mail and they go through it before they send it off to everybody's rooms. So there's some crazy shit comes through, but they take tally of everything that's mentioned. If you guys all just keep writing them over and over or calling over and over and telling them to bring me back, eventually they'll do it just to shut you up.
I think that's a good idea, though. Like, you really didn't enhance the story with Austin and everything. So
Hey man,
that's
I'm
just
just happy if they had a really good fight scene after, then I mean, because they actually wrote about it, in a few different places, like the fight scene that me and Dex choreographed. If they upped that, that would make it cooler. Like, let's have some real fights instead of this like haymaker swing, one punch guy falls down. Let's have some fights. I tried to make that fight scene really good. So I'm still proudest. I think of all the work I've ever done. I'm still proudest of that day on set.
As you should be proud, because you
yeah.
definitely stepped up with that scene. You gave it the best, and I would kind of be glad if you came back to choke Dex again, because after you choked him, he turned into a little snitch bitch. So
I love it.
he needed Mason to put him in his place again. Like, that was the second I realized I was a Mason fan after all. I'm like, nope, Nathaniel was right all along. Mason was the right one, because Mason would have never snitched like that, especially only because Jocelyn broke Dex's little heart. Oh, because Jocelyn was just mad at him for a
Hey,
second. You
in the end, I didn't snitch. In the end, I
Never.
went to jail. Nope.
You went to jail. You had the opportunity too. You could have snitched on Cyrus. They
Yep.
wanted you to snitch on Cyrus. You said nope. I'll just do what I gotta do. So no, Mason is a real man. Dex is a little weak ass boy. Want to do all that for Jocelyn? Are you kidding me?
What I'm tripped out
Just get
about
her
is
some candy.
how
Her
did they
brain is so
justify
small.
that though? How did they justify him working for Sonny and then becoming a cop? I mean, I know Sonny's other son is a cop, but like, how did they write that?
It was nonsense of how they wrote it. It was just basically Carly told Sonny not to do it, so he decided to say okay, and then he beat the hell out of Dex, and then now he
Who
said,
did? Who beat
Sonny,
Dex up? Sonny?
Funny. Yep.
yeah, Sonny f Dex up. Like, Dex had to walk around with only one eye.
Yeah, I remember when Evan showed me the pictures of his face all swole up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because Sonny got it, but then
I'm waiting for my girl Tabiana's storyline to get boosted, and waiting to see what they do with Taj, because Taj is my guy. I don't care what anybody says. Taj is the man. I will stand on that.
are you
Taj
talking
is,
about TJ?
yeah, Taj is the man, because Taj tried to get me my Emmy nod. Like, he literally did. He called me on the phone, was like, "Did you do your Emmy submission?" And I was like, "I didn't know we had to do that." He's like, "What?" Because the person that did our Emmy submissions for GH died. And after Heather Weber did her thing, there was really nothing going on. And they were like, "You were still on the show. If we just could have got your footage for when I got Performer of the Week in front of them," they're like, "Dude, you could have got the nod, just the nod." So Taj literally called them and tried to get me in, but we were 2 days late on the submission. So from now on, forever, Taj is the man. TJ is like, he's, what is it, the real MVP.
Yeah, he's a G. That he didn't have to do that, but
No, he did not. And
it
that
shows
means a lot to
character.
me, because that is a castmate. That's technically competition. And he still was like, "Nah, bro, everybody needed to see what you did." So I was like, that meant a lot to me. Like, for real. Everybody over there means, like, that's family. You know what I mean? Like, I ran into Dante at Starbucks with his family. And it was funny because his daughter was coming over by me to get like napkins at the Starbucks. And he's like, "Don't be afraid of him. I've already shot that man once." And I turn around and he's right there. I love that guy. No, everybody's real cool. But no, I'm working on a couple shows. I got a sitcom I got to do, a Western I'm supposed to do. If they get it funded, I can tell you about that. I'm supposed to do a Western with David Lynch. And I'm supposed to do a sitcom. That's why I'm still bald, because the guys who want me to do it want me to play like a rich Jeff Bezos asshole. So I got to stay bald, but then they'll let me grow my hair back after that.
And I'm looking forward to the sitcom.
Likely air on? Is it on Netflix? Is it on?
No, that's the thing. Okay, the network hasn't launched yet, but it'll be on. It'll be like, you can pull it up on Amazon, like Prime or whatever, like Prime TV, like all the different channels. They'll have their own button, but they're either gonna sell that show to one of the other networks, or we're gonna air it ourselves, because they just signed a Sony distro deal, and all of those other channels basically air Sony's stuff through distribution. So I don't know what network it will end up on. I just know that we're shooting it. So that won't be till the end of the year, but then I'll do that, and then that'll probably be the first thing up. It's a sitcom though. I'm only in like 4 episodes, but I'm never gonna die and I'm never going to jail. So I was like, I'll take that sitcom money.
Well, the second it's on, you let me know. I don't care. I'll get Amazon Prime if I need to get Amazon Prime. I'll do whatever I do.
I appreciate it. I
got you. I will watch those 4 episodes, and those 4 alone probably. But hey, I'll watch it.
So
Well, that's good. I'll watch it all.
How's your podcast, or how's your channel going?
My live stream's doing very well. I have lots and lots and lots of fun. I learned a lot from the greatest over here.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, but do you eat like your own brand of food on yours? Because he's Mr. Cup Noodle. Like, do you always have something? Because you should have your shtick that your fans can like hold on to.
Oh yeah. Well, my main shtick, we all know, I hate those Logan women. We all know that, but I don't typically eat food on my stream. But hey, I go in on when I go in on my character.
You know what you should do? You should have like the person you hate the most that week, and get a picture of them, hang them on a wall, and like throw darts at it.
I have done like little backgrounds of the people that I don't like. I put them in the back of my screen, on the background. I have done that before.
And you've inherited the spider quake. Tell him I said hello.
He's actually changed, though. Believe it or not, he's actually changed. Like, what I had to ban him for 30 days at one point, and I stuck by that. But when he came back, he really shaped up. He was on his best behavior ever since.
He got banned twice. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Spider Quake be doing too much.
Yeah, but he's learned this time.
Oh, that's good.
I'm very proud of his progress.
Yeah, Kyrus is a really good influence, that's amazing.
That's right. And then I always give second chances.
I'm not used to you with hair, Kyrus. Not used to.
Yeah.
I'm still. Yeah. No, you got it. Like, see, I'm getting fuzzy up here too, but now you're making me want to shave. So next time, man, you gotta pick that down, line it up.
Of course. Yeah, I do gotta go. I do gotta go out. I've been busy these last few days. Busy. But yes.
But you've been doing good though, Kyrus. Like you confidence and everything like that. You've just been killing it. So like, I'm very, very proud of you. Without you know that. So
thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, my confidence just grows and grows and grows. Even before, I would have just been like, oh yeah, in the background, just saying a little whatever. But now I can just see the confidence the second I come on the screen. It's just like, hey people, I have definitely grown.
He's doing amazing.
Oh yeah, and then serious question for Nathanyael: have you ever met Nurse Deanna on the set? Because that's absolutely who Mason could hook up with. Because Deanna definitely needs more. Like I don't know if you don't know who she is, but you should know who she is. Her name is Deanna Citrus. She is a very attractive nurse there on General Hospital. She's very underrated, okay? People like Albert Bostic overlook her for no good reason when that woman is flawless from her head to her toes. Like it does she have a little extra meat on her bones? Yes, and it looks good on her because she is built perfectly. And I'm never gonna take her off of her high horse where she belongs because she's gonna stay on her pedestal with me because God took his time when he made her. Every bit of her. All right, Deanna.
I,
I'm trying to tell you. You keep talking about TJ. You want to know why he's so boring right now? It's because he's with that plain Molly. He needs to be with a real woman like Deanna who could rock his world. All right. I'm trying to tell you, Deanna will have him punching. Will have him slapping the walls. Okay.
okay.
That's what Deanna will do.
Yeah, no, I never met that person, so I don't know
Well,
what you're
you
talking
got to
about.
Google her,
And you know
Deanna
me, I don't
Citrus.
actually watch the show, so I get all of my updates from you guys.
Well, yeah. But make sure. But now you know her. Her name is Deanna, and her last name Sirtis. She has like that short curly hair. Um, and then that's the thing. Like her hair, she's like naturally beautiful. Like you know how some of them women need all that weave and them wigs on their head. It'd be taking hours. No, but she just on point. And every time we see her, she's in them nurses scrubs. I'm like, yes, but we need to give her more airtime.
No, we don't. No, we
Yes,
don't.
we do, Albert.
No, we
Yes,
don't.
we do. See, Albert be enabling the nonsense over here. I don't understand you, Albert. I really don't understand you. I wish I could understand why Albert doesn't appreciate
I
Deanna the
don't
way
think the lollipop man understand. His whole screen just went off. See what you did, Kyrie? You did
that.
that.
Look. And then Laura B says Kyrie has unusual obsessions. No, it's not just unusual because Deanna just speaks to me, okay? She does. Like I don't get how nobody else could see Deanna yet the
I
way
don't
I
think that you. I don't think you even see that. I think you're trolling.
never. I am never trolling about Deanna. The second I saw her, I'm like,
Albert,
Yes.
and,
Albert, we're right here, bro. Right here.
and then Jessica said Deanna could stay invisible. See, I don't get you people. I just don't get it.
He's not serious. He's joking.
I'm
The
so serious.
world is a very colorful tapestry, my friend. To each their own.
Yeah,
Kyrie, really, really, really. It's all you, man.
but I'm gonna say I still think Deanna could be Phyllis and Lenny's long lost daughter. I
I
think
can
that
see
would be
that.
a good story.
That'd be cool.
Because Phyllis, they just disappeared her. I don't get it. Like she moved to Port Charles, and then after that whole Nixon Falls nonsense, but I guess she changed her mind, and maybe she went back to Nixon Falls.
So
But
anything
Albert,
else
what do
that's
you
going on
think
with you?
about Carly and Mr. Brennan?
I think those scenes are weird. Like they're just like you're just visiting the dude that's just in prison. It's just weird. Like I know that they want to keep him there, which is fine, but it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to get some more advice from like a bad guy. Like it's just weird. Um, they're nice, but they could be done in a different setting. So I think that's the problem. Um, anything else that's going on with you, Nathaniel? Since we
Other
got
than
you here,
every time they do a scene where it's like a new thing and they go to the prison in GH, I get messages from people like telling me they hope I was gonna pop up, and I'm like, no, no, I'm not gonna pop up. The day I'm gonna pop up, the first person to know will be you. You know what I mean? I will
I
let you all
appreciate that.
know. I will let you all know when I'm back. You know what I mean? But if that ever happens, you know what I'm saying? If it never happens, it was a fun run. If it ever does happen, it does. But no, the only thing going on with me, man, just trying to not sweat to death. You know, just doing a lot of business and doing a lot of writing. I created a couple shows. I don't really want to get into that right now, but network's happy, and Yeah, man, life is good. Life is good. You know.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy. I'm genuinely happy for you because like I said, like you came in and you really did make the show a lot better. You know,
Nah,
so the show
don't
was
blow
good.
smoke up my ass.
I know. I'm
Like
just
I'll
meant to say
top it.
like you definitely did help the show. So that's
I did my
just.
best. I did my best.
And just says Nathaniel, how is Evan doing?
Evan's good. Busy. He's in New York right now.
He's in New York, Jess. And Jess says, are you still doing the skincare line?
Yep. We're getting ready to launch. Getting ready to launch that. I'm also getting ready to buy a bar.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, my best friend, he's gonna run it. But he's moving to Texas. So looks like I'm gonna end up owning a bar in Houston.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, we're just looking for locations. So like I said, it's been a lot of work. And
Jessica.
that's it. So I'll be popping into Texas once every couple months.
Hmm. How was Texas? I never been to Texas. How was Texas?
Big sky. That's the
Hot?
it's dry. On the east side, it's humid. On the west side, it was dry. It's like three different countries if you drive through the middle. If you're in El Paso, it's like Mad Max. If you're in San Antonio, it's a Clint Eastwood movie. And if it's in Houston, well, it looks like Texas and New Orleans had a baby. That's the best way I could put it. The
Hmm.
funniest thing, though, is that Houston's downtown, you could fit 12 of downtown Los Angeles in downtown Houston. It's so big. But they got all the trees, like the weeping willows and all of that. It's very pretty. But it's totally different than the other side. I mean, Texas it covers a lot of geography, so to speak. It's very dry in some places, a lot of trees in other places. So, not my favorite place, but I'm not against it. I like New
What would be your
Orleans.
favorite place?
New Orleans. I like Louisiana. I'm
Wow.
a big fan of Louisiana. I like the food. I like the whole place needs a paint job. It's part of its charm.
Hmm.
Hey man,
Any place that you just
I still eat king cake. Okay, so yeah, no, I love New Orleans. I think the reason I love New Orleans most is when I was a kid, it was the first place I ever drove to, like away from home. My buddy came over to the house and he's like, "Hey, let's go for a drive." I said, "All right." I got in the car, and he's like, "All right, let's flip a coin. Um, Heads, we go east. Tails, we go south." I was like, "Why not north?" He said, "Okay, fine, north." So he flips. We get heads. So we're driving, and I mean, I'm driving. I get to about Palm Springs, and then I think he's ready to turn around. He's like, "Nah, keep going." Next thing you know, we're in Arizona. So I call my buddies that I know live in Arizona, visit them. And then he's like, "Hold on, we're not going back." So ain't been to New Mexico. So it's kind of like we were like chickening each other out. Like, how far will we go? You know what I mean? And we ended up literally in Louisiana during Halloween. So we got to see the whole um, parade, everything. It was cool. So I think that because of that, yeah, that's always going to be special to me. And then I did a movie down there, and I have a lot of friends down there now. So yeah, I like it down there. New York is cool. I mean, when I did Law and Order, I was in New York. New York's cool, but I think it's just like a guilty pleasure thing. Like I like beignets, I like Cajun food. You know,
You did Law and Order. Was it? Did you do Law and Order SVU? Have you met
no, I
Olivia
did Law and Order
Benson?
Organized Crime.
Ah, so did
Yeah,
you?
I got arrested by Dennis Leary, but that was
that
cool
was
because I
yeah.
was smoking cigarettes with Dennis Leary outside in Brooklyn, making fun of the fact that there was like everybody apparently hates bagels in Brooklyn because there were just bagels all over the place in the snow. Like people just throwing bagels out. I don't know why. I was like, is this like a New York thing or something? But no, there's just fucking bagels everywhere. Albert, can you explain this? New Yorker, why were
Nope.
there
On
bagels
Long Island, so
rained all over Brooklyn? Jess, do you have an
that's a
answer? I
damn
still
good
want to know
question.
this.
Jess,
All
Queen
Jess is gonna
Jess,
say it
what's
must
the
have been
answer?
bad bagels.
Any place that you went to once and was just like, I'm good. I don't need to go back.
Hmm. Tijuana. Yeah, Tijuana, Mexico. I'm good. Got robbed by the cops
Jessica
3 times.
said,
What?
I
Wow.
got robbed by the police 3 times. I'm good.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Wow.
But I mean, there's a lot of places like that. Like, okay, I will fly to Houston. I never have to go to the other side of Texas ever again. When you stop off in Junction, Texas, and the biggest thing in town is the Dairy Queen, and the entire town is one street. Yeah, I don't ever need to go there. That just screams, serial killer country to me. I'd shoot
Oof.
myself. Um, Iowa. There's nothing in Iowa that just nothing. There was nothing to do. But I only drove through, but we kept driving because there was literally nothing to do.
Hmm.
Um, so if I never went back to Iowa, I don't think I'd miss it. I just remember there was nothing. There was nothing that even stood out. You know,
mhm.
it's like I just went to the Grand Canyon with my buddy about a month and a half ago, and we drove through Arizona, and I went to Sedona. That's probably one of the prettiest places I've ever seen. I could go there again, but if I never went to Phoenix, Arizona again, it'd be too soon. Um,
I heard it's nice out there. Somebody said it was nice out there.
what, in Arizona?
Yeah.
Depends on where. If you're in northern Arizona, beautiful. Southern Arizona, shit.
They said
Just
it was
come to
hot.
see.
It says hot and it's cold. Like it gets really hot and then it gets
Really hot in the
really
daytime,
cold.
it was cold at night. Yeah, it's really hot
Yeah.
in the daytime, it's cold at night. But no, like the food is trash. Um, Not up north though. I ate up north where there's trees and the food was good. But in Phoenix, food was horrible. Every place I went, food was horrible. Um, but maybe I just hate Phoenix because, like, I don't know. Like, I've been there so much, and I just don't. I mean, I have good memories of things I've done there that we won't talk about on stream. But
Mm.
um, there's just a lot of just bad memories of Phoenix too because I've gone there for a long time. Um, Honestly, I still haven't gone to visit my parents in Oklahoma. Well, my father in Oklahoma. Um, I still got to go out there, but he's on a lake now in his boat, like fishing. I'm supposed to go see him. I've just been too busy lately, but I want to go out there in like a month or so, go visit him, and then I'll finally see Oklahoma. It's never been on my to-do list, but I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Have fun.
Outside of the country, every place I've been, I've loved. Have no complaints. I think I'm just kind of here, if that makes sense.
What was the best place that you went to outside the country that you could sit and be like, oh, that was really fun?
All of it's fun, but like it depends. Like most beautiful place I've ever seen. Um, I would say the most beautiful would be Prague. Is gorgeous. Just the architecture, the hills. But Sweden was great. Like Sweden's fantastic. People were nice. Everything was nice. It is kind of weird though that there's a coffee house on like every corner and an H&M across the street from an H&M. Because that's like their store. But that was it. Japan's great. It's weird, but it's great. Thailand's fun. I'd say the most fun was Thailand. You know, Thailand's awesome. Only place I've ever been you could see a German guy sing Cambodian karaoke.
Okay.
That's
I was
definitely worth
wondering
it.
if we ever went to Japan. I was always
Oh,
thinking about going there.
yeah, that's where I got my tattoos.
Oh.
No. Yeah, no, I like Japan. Japan's weird though. Like you gotta. Japan's a lot. Put it like this.
Mhm.
If you've never been to Japan and you go to Japan and you're from here, it will be an eye-opening experience. It's the exact opposite of everything America is. Right?
Oh.
It's very organized, very efficient, very clean, but their rules are very rigid. They're very different than us in a lot of ways. Example, you're in New York, you got on the subway. Everybody fights to get on the subway and everybody fights to
Uh-huh.
get off the subway. Not in Japan. Everybody moves in and off in perfect order, like without ever being told. Like everybody on the left, they go this way. Everybody on the right goes like you enter on the left. Everybody gets out on the right.
Interesting.
Jess says, how many
I
tattoos
have
do you have?
8. I have 8, Jessica. Um, so Japan's great because you can go to work all day and you're under the bureaucracy of your boss. But then when you go to dinner at night and if you get shit faced, you can throw up on your boss and not get fired, not even get in trouble, as long as you make it to work the next day and be totally fine. Japan's a go ahead country like that. Um, but there's a lot of things that are really weird, and I tell people like be careful when you go. Just remember you're not Japanese. So don't get in a fight with anybody that is Japanese. Don't not like don't get hustled by bar ladies that make you have to pay bills at the bar because if they call the
Oof.
cops and you don't pay, they'll kick you out of Japan.
Oof.
um, True story. Yeah, a buddy of mine, he learned this the hard way. Here's a cool rule, Japan for you. I didn't even know this was a thing. Infidelity is not Infidelity is a very big deal in Japan, and at the same time apparently just not, because if you sleep with a prostitute and you're married, the wife doesn't consider it cheating because there's no emotions. But there are girls that will sleep with foreigners because they're just passing through but not tell you they're married. And if you did give that girl your number and she knew your name and where you were staying and her husband found out and they found you, they'll fine you $40,000 for sleeping with another man's wife.
Okay.
No,
Yeah. Welcome
Japan
to Japan.
could keep it, can keep themselves. They can keep their own money. They can keep all that because I ain't got no interest in going in Japan.
Right, but
That
you see
sounds
what I
like a
mean?
lot of
Like these
fun.
are things you don't think about. You're just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
$40,000.
Over here, somebody sleeps with your wife, she divorces you and takes half your shit. I like Japan's rule. You get caught cheating, you just got paid. Hell yeah. I co-sign this. All right, I like this for all my friends that dated women that are unfaithful. Fuck yeah. But at the same time, though, you're like, why is it my fault? She didn't tell me she was married. Don't matter. That doesn't make any sense.
That's crazy. That
Like I
that
knew she was
literally just blew
married.
my mind.
Yeah, but no, that happened to my buddy. Crazy. $40,000. 40 grand. Or was it
Damn.
40,000 yen? Don't hold on. Was it 40,000 yen? Yeah, 40,000 yen. Not 40,000 cash American. 40,000 yen. Yeah, it had to be yen because it was 40,000 American. That'd be absolutely insane. Because let me think here. What was it like? 2,000 yens. Like, what is it like? A couple $100, $400. So 40,000 yen. I mean, you still got taxed. But yeah, it's not like $40,000. It was 40,000 yen.
Okay.
It didn't happen to me, or I would very much remember. But I remember it happened to a buddy of mine. He was going through Japan and was like, dude, fuck this place.
That is insane. Wow.
Yeah. But no, places I want to go. Like I want to go to a lot of places in France. Russia's beautiful. I know you don't think so, but Russia's pretty.
Would you go to Russia?
I've been there. It's very pretty. You wouldn't
Plan
think
on,
it,
plan on going back?
but when you fly in, right, the clouds part and you see the biggest forest you've ever seen in your life. And I don't know what they're called. If my buddy Igor was here, he would tell me. But okay, there's these candy colored houses in the woods, like candy apple red and sherbet orange, and I mean bright, big ass houses in the forest. And they're called something because everybody that lives in the city, apparently they own one of these out in the woods to go to. And my buddy told me what they were called because he's from there. But when you, I mean, the palace is powder puff baby blue and gold leaf. Russia's really colorful. You wouldn't think it. All of our movies make it look very cold and stone, but it was actually very colorful. Food was shit, but yeah, food was terrible.
W- Would you ever go back to Russia though? Given everything that's happening, would you ever go back?
I go look at the Kremlin and bounce, but at
And
the
I
same
just
time, like,
clarified it would be around $252, well, $253 in Japanese yen. So that's how much that
thank
40,000.
you. Thank you,
So it's
thank you, thank you. That's what I'm saying. It was something. It was like 40. I think it was 40,000 yen. But I gotta double check that because it was either
$253.
40 grand American because it was his wife, or it was 40,000 yen. I'll ask and I will get back to you on that because I just got to make a phone call, but I'm on the phone right now. But it happened to my buddy from Detroit, and he was like, "I'm going to Japan," and then he called me. He said, "Fuck this place." I was just like, "What happened?" He was like, "I missed the train, man. I missed the train." And there's no train till 5 a.m. And this girl comes up to me and we start talking and we go to this anime place and we hook up in this little room. And then her husband called me the next day and I was like, oh, wow. Maybe you got hustled. He's like, apparently, fucker, I didn't have the money. They kicked me out. Can you pick me up at the airport? I was like, no fucking way. So, yeah. Yeah. I look
Well,
that
yeah,
up. That's
I felt like that whole thing was going downhill. The minute he was like, "I met her at an anime place," I was like, "Well, this story's gonna go downhill from there."
yeah. No, but there's a lot like I want to go to Egypt, but I don't want to stay. I want to go straight to the pyramids, look at it, be like, wow, the pyramids. Then turn around and be pissed that there's a Starbucks in front of me. Go back to the hotel, go to sleep, wake up, get back on the airplane, leave. I have no desire to stay there. All right, I don't, because my dumb ass will catch malaria or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't need to be there. Okay, that's when mosquitoes love me. I'm not trying to go to Africa and die, not because I'm afraid of Africa. I would love to see it, but mosquitoes love me, and I'm gonna catch some shit and die. So it's like last on my list. It's like bottom of the bucket list. Fucking, I've seen the other seven wonders of the world. If I'm only there for a day, and I'm covered, I can make it to the pyramids and back, and be safe. So that's the plan.
Well, yeah, we want you here on this planet for a very long time. So yeah, no, it's
Extremely long.
Me too. I don't want to go anywhere. But yeah, no, no. I love to travel. I'm always on my best behavior when I travel. I think I get cagey when I'm like here too long. You know?
hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I'm on my best behavior when I go other places. Like Canada's beautiful. South Mexico is beautiful, so I hear. I haven't been there. I went to Rosarita, and on my way back, we were in Tijuana, and I got robbed by the cops 3 times, and I'm never going back. But I do have
Crazy
the
three
greatest
times.
Tijuana story. I do have a great Tijuana story, though. That's the other reason why I'll never go back. There's nothing that will top how stupid that night was. I shouldn't talk about this on live though.
Because I wanted to ask you, but I was like, if you're not comfortable talking about, it, I'm not going to sit there
Well,
and
here's
pry.
the thing. I mean, I'll talk about it, but some people in the chat might get offended. But just understand, I would, I am just the observer of the events.
Okay,
I'm just reporting. I did not participate in any of this.
he's
I'm
not
just
responsible, people.
reporting what happened.
Spill the tea. We
So
ain't got
how's
time
Okay.
to
this?
sit for
Does
this.
everyone want to know my
Yep.
Tijuana story?
I want to know, and we want to know. I'm going to speak for the chat.
Yep. We overrule. So go ahead.
Okay. My buddy George, Liar, and Gonzo said, Nathan, let's go to Mexico. Fuck it. Let's go to Mexico. Now, I don't drink anymore, but I used to drink back then. So I said, okay, let's go to Mexico. So I drive down to the border, park the car, and we walk across. And something in the back of my head, I knew I had to be smart about this. So I had boxers that had pockets in them. So I had all my cash in my underwear, but I kept a little bit of cash in my pocket. Okay? So we walk over into Tijuana and we got to get a cab. So George says to me, hide behind this wall. I was like, why? He said, because if they fucking see you, the cab's going to be too expensive. So I hide behind this wall. Cabbie rolls up. 3 Mexican dudes go talk to the guy. Yeah, everything's cool. It's going to be all right. Excellent. They open the door and I jump in the car. Dude's pissed instantly, but he already agreed to the fare. So we're driving to Rosarita. We go to Rosarita. It's during spring break ish. And we lost Liar at Papa's and Beer. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. We found him 2 weeks later. He made it back. Okay, but we lost him. He's just gone. Okay. I get there and we're walking around and I'm hungry. We're gonna get carnitas. Cops roll up on us, pat us down. Gonzo's got a fistful of weed, throws it in the back of the cop's truck. They see me reach in my pockets, take $40 cash, pocket it, opened up our cell phone batteries, had nothing on us, and then they let us go. But I'm like, he didn't see the weed. Gonzo's like, I know. I was like, we would have been so fucked. Okay? But whatever. So we go, we get carnitas. We leave the carnitas place. We're back to Papa's and Beer. We get pulled over by the cops again, walking. Once again, I get robbed for $60 by the police out of my pocket. All right? Dead ass. And then we get into the bar. Now, I meet a girl named Fatima, very pretty Mexican girl, who has what looks like a twin sister, who's sitting next to a 62-year-old crusty white guy. That's her husband. I found this out because Fatima told me they just got married. And I'm thinking to myself, but George is fingering that man's wife under the table. All I'm thinking is this is going to go bad in so many ways. So I said, look, we should leave. Fatima says, yes. Meet me at Club Animal in Tijuana because that's where I live. You can crash at my place. I'm drunk enough at the time that I said, fuck it. Sounds like a good idea. So we get back to Tijuana. I'm calling the girl on the phone. She's giving me directions. I get stopped by the cops again. This time they only got $20 out of my pocket. Fucking TJ. All right. And we're walking down the street. And okay, you know those old movie theaters, how they have the big marquee comes out the front? And there's like a door to the left, a door to the right. Well, this is an old movie theater. But on the left was Club Animal, apparently. But we got yanked by the barker into the thing on the right. This is not Club Animal. This is a strip club. Now, I want you to imagine this because the moment we got in, I know we're in the wrong place, but Gonzo wanders off into the club and he is high as giraffe pussy at this point and drunk as a skunk. There's no talking to the man. And George is trying to take care of that. My phone's dying. I'm trying to get a hold of Fatima. And the mama's son in the place brings to me the most beautiful Mexican girl I've ever seen in a see-through dress and tries to sell her to me to keep for $100. At least that's what I think she said. Like, I was like, I get to keep her? And I'm drunk enough to think, how do I smuggle this girl across the border? I said, fuck it, I'll put her in my closet. I mean, my mother, I'll explain it to her later. It's right. But anyway, Fatima's, I can't get a hold of her and try to figure out where we are. So I sit down at the bar. Now, I get a beer. George gets a beer. Gonzo is just sitting there, staring at this woman on the stage. Now, this woman has the world's worst tit job I've ever seen. We got one nipple going northeast, one southwest. World's worst boob job ever. Now, she's only topless, and I want you to imagine, I'm going to paint this picture for you all. The entire strip club is white. I mean, white. The roof, the floor, the poles are like metal, but there's like a clear circus hoop. You know what I mean? This shit looks like something out of a Stanley Kubrick fucking dream. It is the brightest strip club I've ever seen, with 3 giant disco balls, and it's all white. So there's nothing, but there's like 3 levels of private rooms with windows on the other side, and just one big stage. And you don't see any girls wandering around the strip club. It's literally one girl comes out on stage, and then she leaves. And if you want to, I guess, talk to one of them, you go to the other side of the room. I don't know, because I stayed on this side. So the first girl dances. She just takes her dress down to cover her lower parts, does her thing. Gonzo is in love. In love. Okay? And she leaves. And this one guy right here in the front of us, there's 3 of them. The white dude gets up and he goes over there to get a lap dance from the girl that was just on stage. Another girl comes out, fully naked, does a hell of a show, leaves. Next girl comes out, fully naked. Now I'm thinking, why? Then the original girl comes back out on stage and does the same thing. Takes her dress down to just cover her bottom. Gonzo has moved closer to the stage. And I'm sitting there with George. I was like, why? Why did she? Wait a minute. That girl had an Adam's apple bigger than Lazy Bone, bro. And I said, wait, that's a man. And Gonzo said, that's the finest man I've ever seen. I was like, that's it. Stick a fork in it. We're going home. I'm done. Nothing will ever beat the Tijuana story. Needless to say, I did not smuggle the girl across the border.
Well, that's a
We
shame.
never found liar. But I think I got my money's worth with that fucking story. That and the white dude turned the color of a Coke can when I said that shit, because his friends looked at him like, wait, you just got a lap dance from a transvestite? And he would look at me like, you fucker. I wasn't thinking about it, bro. It just came out. I was like, that's what it is. It's a guy. But I said it out loud. You know what I mean? Because I was drunk. I was just sitting there with George trying to figure out, why is this the only one not naked? Oh yeah. But never will I forget the words out of Gonzo's. That's the finest man I've ever seen. You can't beat that story. There's no reason to ever go back to Tijuana. Ever.
I'm buying that room, and that ruined my eye. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, we got the beautiful woman. I'm like, yes. And then I'm like, great. That ruined it for me. And I'm
yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, true story, bro. That shit happened, and I was just like, you were like, George asked me again years later, hey, want to go to Tijuana? Nope. Absolutely not. I'm good. I'm tapped on my Tijuana stories. I don't think anything's gonna top that one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
And you can't make that shit up, dude. Like you can't make up a story like that. That fucking happened.
But you need good creativity, and I don't think you can sit there and find that. So I believe you.
I 1,000% believe it. That was a good story.
That was the Tijuana story.
Damn.
If I offended anyone, remember, like I said, I didn't participate. I was just the observer.
Nobody.
I think
But
everyone in this chat is not offended. They,
okay,
yeah,
good.
We're
yeah.
entertainment.
I was just saying, like it was just at the time, it was just one of those things where I was just like, I really wanted to know why is this one the only one not naked and barely moving? But it explained the bad boob job now. I
Hmm.
mean, I swear to God, it was. I mean, she had the world's worst plastic surgery. It was bad. Uh,
Wow.
If you turn into Thomas, putting that girl in the closet. Oh yeah, the mannequin.
I ain't lying though. I told my mother about that. I said, Mom, I almost brought home a wife. She was like, "What?" I said, "You should have seen this girl." Well, for what I remember, she was pretty. Oh Lord, she was.
Man, I wonder what happened to her.
I hope nothing but good things. I hope nothing but good things. What I wonder is what happened to Fatima. I never did get a hold of her again. Hmm. It happens.
What happened to what happened to your friend that said that was the prettiest man or whatever that he's
Gonzo?
ever?
Oh
Yeah.
man, we don't know what happened to Gonzo. That was years ago, man. I was like, shit, that was 20 years ago that happened. Yeah, I was like 23, 24 years old when that happened. That was a long time ago. Um, ain't been back since. But yeah, no, George, he still lives back in San Bernardino where I'm from. Gonzo and him, they were cool for a while, and then Gonzo like went off and did something. Like I don't know if he ended up on drugs or in jail, but not all of my friends were the most stand right ups of citizens. So like a really good buddy of mine, Romo, like he's in jail for like 12 years.
Oh,
So he's still in jail right now.
damn.
Yeah, I went to high school with him, and another buddy of mine, he was swole, big dude, Charlie Brown. Guy was huge. In the like 11th grade, the dude could bench 395 pounds. Charlie was yoked. All
Damn.
right, and buddy of mine name is Isaiah. He, true story, was the biggest weed dealer in high school. Okay, and I didn't smoke weed, but he was the biggest weed dealer in high school. He became a police officer for Rialto. And he went into a crack house, and the story is he found Charlie there, this big around, all the muscle gone, everything. I was like, what? But
Damn.
now Isaiah's not. And I when I talked to Isaiah, I said, Isaiah, you're a cop. He's like, yeah. I said, you were the biggest weed dealer in high school. He's like, sir, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no recollection of that, Nathan. I was like, okay, okay. He ain't a cop no more though, so I guess that didn't work out for him. But yeah, moral of the story: don't go to my hometown. It's a shithole.
I will keep that in mind when I start traveling.
Yeah, ain't no reason to ever go to San Bernardino. It's a terrible place. Terrible.
Only place I may go to is LA for Dishing Days. I may go
Yep.
there.
Well, I'm gonna be at the fan event for past people of soaps, or they're on GH and all that. They've asked me like multiple times. I agreed to go.
Where?
So it'll be in Glendale or here.
Well, okay.
I think it's in like August. So if you want to fly out for that, man, everybody's gonna be there. Jess, if you come a day early, Evan will be there.
You hear that, Jess? I want to go.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely be. And August is my birthday.
I'm going to Connecticut in October to see Mara West and Selena Wu and what's the other one? Got with the third one. Oh, and Dr. Oprah.
Oh,
Nice.
Liesel. Okay.
Well, tell Mara if you see her and speak to her, I said hi.
I sure will. But I
Yeah,
didn't buy
Mara's
the
great.
ticket yet because just in case they really do take her off the show, because that's a long running rumor that she might be on her way off the show.
Who, Mara?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she wants to retire. Mara's money, man. She's so good. She's
exactly.
so good. She's like I said, like I've always thought Mara was amazing. She's such a good actress. So good.
She puts in
I
work.
love I love doing scenes with Mara. Absolutely love doing scenes with her. So much fun. She is
Yeah,
a
has some really
beast.
good scenes. Yeah, some really good scenes.
She is a beast, to say the least. Yep. Sorry, I gotta feed me. I gotta water my cats.
Jessica said she can go now. Well, Ava could go to jail, but they can still keep her on screen while going to jail. I just want to see Ava in prison for about 6 months. That could be a good storyline. Can you imagine the drama we can get if Ava and Carly are in jail at the same time?
Hey,
The
Carly needs to go to jail.
So Carly and Ava both in jail at the same time. That is just storyline gold, right? Storyline gold. You can
Yeah.
get your Emmys again.
Carly and Ava teaming up. Imagine
Mm-hmm,
that.
you have a choice.
Yeah, man, get like a
Uh,
Thelma and Louise story in jail. Mara ends up running her own gang, ends up like the Sonny Corinthos of prison. I can see it.
Mm-hmm. And
I
Jessica
Jessica
can
left
see
Love.
the
it.
grannies and
What's that?
You said not the grannies in jail.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
it
chess
would be.
right
That would be.
But
Oh
yeah,
no.
I do want to see Ava in an extended jail cell. I think it's time she goes to jail. She went too far this time. She wants to switch her baby daddy's medication.
there. She switched Morgan's pills and she didn't go too far that time. So, I mean, what's the
But she's
difference
going too
now?
far this time now because that's her baby daddy.
Well, the first time we thought you learned your lesson. But then you didn't.
Exactly. She ain't
You
learned
know.
her lesson. So guess what? She need to
Well,
learn it
it's
when
like
she's
I
in there with
said.
Big
Look,
Wolf.
man, we are toxic in Port Charles. Everybody in Port Charles is toxic. Name one person that isn't doing something fucked up to
Well, Ava
somebody.
wanna go snitching. She
TJ,
snitched on Alexis.
maybe TJ, maybe.
I think deep down, okay, deep down, what's really going on is that everyone's just bored in Port Charles, so we just do shit to entertain ourselves. Because you ever notice that there's there's just the news. There's no TV. Nobody watches television. Nobody eats any food. There's nothing to do. We're all in limbo there, just tormenting each other. It's hell,
Oh,
really.
purgatory.
Do you remember the guy who was the who played Jeeves? You know the butler when I broke into the house. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Mhm.
His eyes are jet black. When I saw him, I said he's the true evil behind everything happening in Port Charles. This guy's always been here, and he's never involved in anything, but he's got demon eyes. It's him. He's doing it. He's the actual thing behind it
I
all.
remember you said that. I remember you said that too.
Yeah. I still believe it. I believe that they could wrap up every weird thing that ever happened in Port Charles because that butler was bored.
You heard it first. And it's funny too, because I
I'm
actually
just,
had a
can you
couple of
imagine
drinks.
if General Hospital after 60 plus years ended and the whole thing was just the dream of like Sonny Corinthos? It was just a dream. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like none of it ever happened. Can you imagine if they ended it like that? That'd be just
That
as
pissed
weird
us
as
all
the
off.
aliens, you know?
Oof. I heard there used to be aliens.
Right, there was in the 70s or the 80s. There was
Yeah,
aliens.
I remember you told me that too, because I
Yeah, there
was
were
thinking about that.
aliens, man.
Yes.
I was hearing all kinds of stories. That was the other thing. Like when they were telling me, like when Demi Moore got hired, and they were like telling me all the stories of like people in the past and how the show used to be run. That was the cool shit. Was listening to like the OG cast members tell me like how shit used to be, and yeah, man, they were just like, hey, could be worse. Could have aliens again, and that's just like a running thing.
Johnson said, "What's your prediction for Drew's campaign?" Thank you,
I have,
Jonathan.
I have none. None.
I predict that Mike once Michael finds out that truth, he's gonna do everything in his power to make sure Drew loses that election. That's for sure. And I could also, I was just thinking today, because I do remember that old storyline where Drew bought Aurora with Jason's money. And then Jason wanted to gift it to Drew for free, but Drew agreed to pay that back to Jason. So what if Michael somehow takes over that debt somehow to push Drew out of Aurora? I could see them trying to pull something like that for Michael
Not like
to.
you don't have the money. Just
He
saying.
certainly does, because Drew is going to lose. Because Michael, we could say what we want about Michael, but that's one thing that Brock TV is definitely on point about, and even I'll acknowledge that. Once Michael gets crossed, he definitely turns into a vindictive a-hole. So that should be interesting.
Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Thank you. That
And then
Kelly says,
ask him who killed Austin.
No
yeah,
idea.
question.
I There's the neighborhood kinky cat lady. Hello.
That's a kinky.
There she is.
Ooh.
Listen, I have no idea who killed Austin. I didn't even know they were going to kill Austin. I found out they were killing Austin on Roger's last day. I thought I was going to die. Nope. They killed him and put me in jail. I know nothing. I still do, I still wish I knew what the prostitute looked like that I apparently met so politely in an alley.
That was weird.
Yeah, it
That
was.
was just weird.
I think they wanted to go one way with the story and then they changed their mind. I think that was when the boss was going to show up and then it didn't. But like really, man, we have no idea what's going on. We really don't.
I
Like I'm
really
sure
wish
like
they would have kept a female boss, though. I really wish that would have been the
I
same
was
story
down.
instead of Cyrus.
Yeah, I was down, you know.
Like the
I thought
prison
it was.
lady.
Yeah, that's who I thought it was. I really did. I thought it was going to be her. But no.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Cassandra Pierce. To me, that would have made more sense because y'all was kind of doing y'all little drug running thing, and
Right.
Cassandra definitely did her drug running thing. That was her thing. She put a bunch of children and people in comas as well, running
Whatever
drugs.
happened? Whatever happened to the warden?
Well, she left when you left. Pretty much when she got her big promotion in Texas or whatever. Remember that's how they wrote her off.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, like I said, like if you look at the way the story was structured, they like wrapped up a bunch of stuff, and then like they have, as I understand it, they have all new writers now. It's a whole new writing staff, is what I believe.
But they
So I
already
don't
got
know.
rid of one of the new writers, so the other Chris Eaton will be back in the head writing role because Patrick, whatever his last name, he wasn't working out, so he had to go.
Hmm.
Yeah, he got
Well,
his things.
yeah, well, bring back the OGs that liked writing me, and maybe they'll bring me back. That's how I ended up in that bar scene fight. Was they didn't need me, and then they just decided to just bring me into that scene because there was no purpose in me being in that bar to get in a fight with Ned. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they did. So and they told me we did that just because we like writing you. So bring those guys back. They'll be like, man, you know what? We need to have that Mason shower scene.
Johnson says so much for my Faith Roscoe prediction.
It would have been interesting.
Yeah. I mean and thank you, Jonathan. That's more of a credit to you though. You know? Because like you said, they could have had anybody, but they got you.
Oh yeah, no.
Or Albert, I got a question for you. Do you think Mason and Connie would make a good couple?
Oh my God, you guys need to stop matching me with people in foreshadowing.
Oh, no, you
Why
don't know
would
who
that
Connie
happen?
is.
Why
I'm
would you
not
do
talking
No,
about
I
Connie's
know
house of marriage.
Mason. The last thing Mason needs is a girlfriend. Unless they were going to really write me a character that made me want to be a good guy. Because they have
Sam?
wrote me into such a corner that my character is just a scumbag at this point.
But you kidnapped Ava. Ava's a scumbag too. So therefore,
Yeah, but the thing is that I had a reason to do that. And I was like, you know what I mean? Kind of. But it's because they changed the trajectory of how I was written. And I tried to make the arc make sense. That worked. The bar fight scene made no sense. The Ava scene did make sense because I'm not trying to go to fucking jail because you had me do everything and then you changed your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's what we're doing. Fine, I can play that. Okay, but the I don't know why. Like, I don't even know how did we get Ava in the car? Like, we just were there. It started one place and it wasn't supposed to go there. Then they did a rewrite, and next thing you know, I'm gonna throw her off a cliff. So I was like, okay. And all I asked them, I said, so do I die today? They were like this, you're gonna get shot. So I was hoping it was Ava got to shoot me. You know, I really did. I was really thinking it was Ava was gonna shoot me, and then it was Dante.
it's
That was
true.
that
That would
was
have been
odd.
interesting.
I mean, that would have been more interesting because she already got kidnapped by him and everything like that. So it's like that would have been a really good scene.
Yes, I.
Especially if she would have saved herself. She would have been like, I don't need a man to save me. I saved myself. That would have been a better.
Yeah, I wanted Ava to shoot me. That's what I really thought. Was gonna happen. Dante showing up. I don't know. I don't. I mean, I'm sure that they have a concept in their head of what they're doing, but I give the writers way more credit than you guys do because it's a hard job, man. There's like a whole room of them. They got to come up with weekly. I mean, they're only like at what we used to be like 3 weeks ahead, and then at one point when the writing strike happened and there was the shift, we were like 6 days ahead. That's
Oh
terrifying.
yeah, that's
Okay.
that's, that's a needle line right there.
Uh-huh. And then when everything they're still going. There was never a pause to catch up. So they're still digging themselves out of that hole as they got new writers. You know what I mean? And they don't know what the other storyline was or where they intended to go because nobody, I guess, made any notes of the idea. You know what I mean? So they just kind of have to sometimes take people like me and go, look, man, there's just no room for it anymore. Got to chop that. Why? Because we know what we want to do with this. So let's do that because these things over here don't make sense. I would have cut me too. You know what I mean? With Pikeman happening, bringing back Jason Morgan. I mean, there's really no room for me at that time in the show. Like where do I don't fit.
But that's why they should work with their fans a little bit more, though. Like, because I know a lot of
They're
people
influencers.
that was like, yeah. I know we're influencers too, but they should work directly with their YouTubers with things. Cause I've come across plenty of people that said I would love to write this show. I would love to write an episode for this show for free. Why won't they run a contest for that? Obviously there would need to be guidelines and stuff about stuff. But like, I think that'd be a cool idea if at least, I don't know, maybe once a month or something like that, you could run a
I don't
contest.
know if the Writers Guild would allow it. I don't think it's legal by union rules for that to happen. That it's a union show, so they have to have union writers. I think that's like in the contract.
Mm.
I don't know
Or
for sure, but
can't
I
they
think
or can't they meet with the writers? There's got to be some sort of loophole around that. Maybe if they don't write necessarily, they could
I
meet
wouldn't
up with
know.
the writers.
I mean, it would be. I would think, and this just I don't know what I'm talking about here, but you would think. Look, I know this. They do pay attention to you guys. They really do. They do listen to what the fans want. They do. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you guys will call in enough and enough things are posted and discussed, and for example, Blaze. Blaze came, Blaze was gone. But the big thing was is everybody was wondering, was it going to be a gay or a lesbian story? And so many people talked about it and liked the idea. Blaze is back, and not only that, she's exactly whose girlfriend. See what I mean? So
Hmm.
that happens. But it's like, where do they get that from? Do they get it from YouTube? Some of it. Do they get it from the soap forums? A lot of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's what the posts are and what people are saying. You know what I mean? And then they look at that for, well, this is what the audience wants. This is what we're trying to do. But when everybody's giving their predictions and they're doing it all out in the open, if too many people know what the thing is going to be, they're probably going to change it. You know what I mean? Like, just to be a surprise, you know? But if you guys were to make it open, the ideas you had for stories in the right places, I'm pretty sure if enough people liked the idea, you'd see it happen. Because I witnessed that when I was on the show, not just the Blaze story, but other things that the people wanted happened. You know what I mean? Like, everybody wanted Roger and what's her name? Broke up.
Boros.
Broke up. When Roger was dating, when I kidnapped her, I was going to kidnap her kids.
Maxie.
Maxie.
Oh, there you go.
Everybody wanted them
Thank
broke
you.
up. Everybody was writing they wanted them broke up. And then they were broke up. See what I mean?
Hmm.
That is true because they really didn't have no chemistry, no nothing, no connection. That was just outright boring, to be honest. So
So
that's just.
enough people complained and they got what they wanted.
But I don't remember people caring for Blaze like that because I dang sure.
No, it wasn't about them liking Blaze. They wanted a lesbian relationship for that girl. And they thought they thought that moment looked like a thing. I remember reading the post, like when she met her, like there was like a moment. And there was like 75 threads discussing that moment.
Hmm.
Because it was discussed, it then happened, is what I'm saying. It's potential. I'm not saying it's for sure, but I do know that on the soap forums that some of the producers and or writers have popped on there and like read shit and have spoken to some of the fans. So I'm just saying, if you guys want your ideas out there, you could just start posting thread ideas for stories, and you'll get a lot of people that'll jump on there. And
Oh yeah,
maybe
I already do that on
Facebook.
Facebook and
yeah,
another
no,
one.
that's okay. You got to do it on the official soap forum. I'll send you the link
And
because
I comment on
there's
soap she knows.
not that one. Hold on.
No, you gotta do it on the official link that Nathanyael's sending.
Oh, okay, I'll do that. I sure will. So if I do that for more Deanna, then all right. So I'm never gonna get. If he gives me that link,
He's
I'm
not
telling
gonna
you,
let that go.
by the end of
Not
the
gonna
week,
let that go.
we're gonna get more Deanna because I will not shut up until we get more of that woman.
Oh, and if I get a hangover tonight, it's just his fault. I'm just gonna throw that
You
out
want to
there.
go to the boards at soapcentral.com.
Soap Central. I'm gonna be on there talking about Deanna
Yeah.
all year long.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Jesus.
Boards at soapcentral.com. Because I ain't gonna lie, honestly, I think there's a lot of people on there that discussed me a lot and were fans of my character, and that those people, they told me that a lot of people were fans of me, and
You heard it first. This is where you want to sit there and go.
I'm on it
Uh,
right now. Where's I'm about to put my post over there very shortly, like right after my stream wraps up. Even though I'm already late for my own stream, but that's okay. I'm with the
oh, my
go.
bad, Clarice.
No, I'm
I,
with the go. I'm with
oh, okay.
Mr. Gray and Albert.
My bad. I'm sorry. I've been drinking a lot. I totally forgot it's like 10 o'clock. Again, I'm just gonna blame that on Jazz.
Stop
But
blaming me for all
I,
your shortcomings.
God damn, Gary. I love how you actually just sit there and say shortcomings. Wow.
whose shortcomings.
I
God
told
damn,
Albert to
Clarice.
stop blaming my queen Jessica Love for all his shortcomings. We're not gonna keep having that. My flawless queen.
Oh, Jess is still mad at him about that spoon.
Yeah. Jess
The
is
chat
just that.
lady had to
She's just
make
that
it extra
woman.
dirty.
You know the best thing about
Well,
that spoon, Kyrie? That whole thing about him and his giant fucking spoon is I made that shit up, and Albert rolled with it the
yep.
whole time. He just let it, just no matter what I said, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is this about this spoon?" And he's like, "I don't know, man. I don't know." People believed it for so long, it became a thing. That's
So
hilarious.
Jess is that woman. So it,
Yep.
it's
It's a
believable.
giant wooden spoon with Jess's name on it because I said so.
Well, there you go, Jess.
That's the truth about it. That's the truth about the spoon, Jess. All right. Well, it's been fun catching up with you guys. I've missed you. So it's
Well,
good to
thank
catch
you.
Very, very
Thank you,
fun.
Nathanyael. No, we appreciate you. Seriously, always. Not just your work, but just who you
up. No,
are
yeah,
and
no.
coming through. So,
I'm
But
just
if
just
General
a guy.
Hospital doesn't appreciate, I just want to say one more thing. If General Hospital doesn't appreciate you, you could go on Days of Our Lives, okay? Because
Like
they
I
should
said,
definitely
man,
have.
GH treated me with a lot of love. Trust me. They didn't love me, they'd have killed me.
I understand, but Days of Our Lives could really use you too. I mean, you could be EJ's long lost brother. I mean, I think Stefano had like what 12 kids. So
Then again, go on over to the soap forums, have that conversation, and if enough of you
I
think
sure
that,
will.
they'll contact me and be like, "Yo, you want to come over here? Why not?" I mean, you think Jason Morgan had to audition for anything when he jumped shows? Hell no, no. And Wally, what show is he on?
he's on
Days.
GHN days.
Yeah, yeah. Wally loves me. Wally'd vouch for me.
So yes. So I will.
He'd vouch for me in a second, bro. In a second. Every time that man sees me, he's so happy. That guy's great. For the record, one of the coolest fucking dudes. Super fucking cool. Great guy. Great guy. Okay, but yeah, every time he sees me, man, you think that I knew him for like 8 years. Guy's awesome.
No, but no seriously. But Albert, don't you see Mason playing a very good Demara? I can see it.
A bad boy.
Yeah, he could
Bad
play
boy.
EJ Demara's long lost brother, one of the EJ and Stefan's brother, Chad's brother. I could definitely see that.
I wonder where they shoot that.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like, I
That is
mean,
a very
GH was 15 minutes from my pad. I could just drive down. It was nothing, you
Shit.
know. But like, I don't know where they shoot days. I haven't talked to Lago in forever. He's a hermit, so I don't know where they shot YNR.
Hmm. Or Bold and the Beautiful.
I
I
never
would sit
had
there. I would
been
sit there and
in.
say why not. I wouldn't sit there and even say Bold and the Beautiful. I'll sit there and say why not.
Yeah, YNR. Yeah, Young and the Restless. That's what he was on for years. But yeah, I don't know where they shot that.
That's a damn good question. I gotta sit there and look that up. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I don't know that.
You should know all these things. You're the soap host.
I know. I'm
You have
slacking.
one job, Albert. One job.
And once again, I'm gonna sit there and blame Jess for that. So
Jess, just go to dinner with this man so his brain works, okay?
Not until his brain works. I'm
He
dead.
needs to make this fucking amazing dinner. We all still want to see it. This
Oh, he
five
oh, it's
course
gonna
meal.
happen. It's
Because
gonna
he
happen.
swears that he is like, a 5-star Michelin chef. Even though,
I
what I'm saying,
stand
he
by it.
swears this. All right. Even though I've only ever seen him make cup noodles out of a tub. All right. I want to see this man throw down and make some food.
For Jess, I'll do it. For Jess, I'll do it.
Okay, Jess, there it is. So, okay, Jess, you ordered me live. Go to dinner, Jess. You're in the same city. Then you could be live with us. And you could kick Albert out of his own chair. And you could take over the show and be Queen Jess officially.
She would totally do that too. And the sad thing is, I would totally let her, which is even more sadder. But yes, Johnson says he's not the host of Soap Chat. Oh, he's the host of Soap Chat.
Correct. Correct. Albert is the host. He's supposed to know all these things. You
I
should
know I'm
know,
slacking.
like Kyrie's. What's Mara West's favorite color?
Purple or blue? Purple. There we go. It's purple. I
Okay,
said
Jess,
it.
prove it. Jess, prove it. You're a better host anyway. There you go. Albert's gonna make you a cup noodle, and you're gonna take over the show, and we're gonna
Because I
have
can
you for a day.
Franks and beans and everything. I'm gonna sit there and put
If
out the
if
work.
you do that, Jess, I'll bring Evan on live again.
See, Jess, that's a tempting offer right there.
And for the record, Kyrie's, with your obsession with Mara West, you should know this. You should know this answer. What's her
It was
favorite color?
purple.
Okay, if you say so.
I've heard her say she likes purple. Let me see. I've heard her say it.
This
I
guy has
know.
a shrine. He has a shrine in his bathroom to Mara West. I'm telling you.
I've heard that woman say her favorite color was purple somewhere.
Ah, I believe it. So what do you say, Jess? Are you going to go and take over the show? Huh?
Yeah, she's a better host than me. So
I've been on longer than 2 seconds. LOL.
Oh, if you do that, I will. I'll go to Evan's house.
there you go, Jess. I feel like that's good incentive right there. Not like you need incentive, but just
I'm
a
just
thought I
saying,
have.
Albert, I got your back, bro.
No, I appreciate you. I always appreciate just
I
in general.
honestly don't really care. I just want to see you cook a meal, like a real meal. I
Oh,
want
I'm
to
gonna
see the
do
whole
it.
thing. I want a YouTube video of you prepping it, like you know how people do that, like they throw it in the bowl and the salt and all that. I mean, I want
Yes.
to edit it up. I want to see the whole prep, the whole thing
Listen, for Jess, yeah, no, it'll happen.
Don't
with a
set my
soundtrack.
boy up like that. We all know Albert cannot cook, so you're not
Yeah,
gonna set my boy up like that. No, Albert, I got your back. I'm not gonna let them set you up like that. Then you trying to burn down your whole apartment. Hell no, not on my watch. You
I
can't cook
fucking
for
did.
shit.
God damn, Kyrie.
I
Oh
got
my
your
God.
back. I got your back.
This is why I love this guy right here. This is why I love this guy, Kyrie.
The last time you tried to cook, half of Brooklyn burned down. No.
Yeah, lady said thank you. I got you. Mm-mm. Don't be letting the flawless God's gift to men, Jessica, get you distracted. Because yes, Nathaniel, Jessica is God's gift to men. In case you didn't know, now you know. She is all that and then some.
All
And a
that
bag
and a
of
bag of
chips.
chips.
And then some.
God damn. But thanks for having my
But
back,
is
Kyrie.
she
I
all that and a
appreciate you.
bag of Funyuns?
Mm-hmm.
I believe it. I mean, hey man, she told me what to do, and I had to do it too. It was just this like overwhelming urge that I was going to get smacked in the back of my head if I didn't do it.
Yeah, she just kind of got that power, which is actually scary, but
Ah,
whatever.
Jess knows I love her. That's my friend. Ugh. Plus, I haven't been around in a while, so I owed it to you guys to at least pop on live and say hello.
No, we know. Seriously, I appreciate you. I think the chat. Well, I know the chat actually appreciates you. So
Yes, we
thank you for
all.
coming through. Seriously,
Well,
we
I
really
appreciate
appreciate
all
you.
of you. Believe that because you guys are awesome. 100%. You made my entire job on GH fun. You know, it was nice to do what I did and then get feedback, see what you like, because I learned a lot about what to do on the show from listening to you guys about what you like, what you don't like, about characters. You know what I mean? Like Kyrie's is a vat of useful information. Somebody does something crazy, he'll go off on a 35-minute rant of what not to do on the show. And I'm like, I'm going to skirt past. I'll be cool. I'm good.
Because just for the record, I may have forgiven Mason, but I still don't forgive Betty to this day.
I miss Betty. I'm sorry, but I do.
Brain dead
Ella?
Betty Crocker.
Yeah, yeah. Ella's an interesting character. She's a cool people.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but she
No, but
slapped.
seriously, you bring a lot. You bring a lot, so we appreciate you.
I
Like even
appreciate
in time, just even you in the chat, like we appreciate you. So
Yeah, we did.
it's nothing. You guys are awesome. So it's just fun to talk to you. When
well,
I
thank
have
you
the
for coming
time,
through.
I try to remember to pop in. And I was sitting here today and I was like, man, I haven't fucking talked to Albert and everybody in forever. So I was just like, you know what? I got some free time. So I was like, you know what? Let me hop in there and say what's up. Alrighty. Well, I
Well, we
bid you
appreciate that.
all a
Thank you.
fond
Thank you so
farewell.
much.
I got a jet. All right. I got to take a shower and I got to go to the gym and then I got to go shoot some pool and I have a meeting. So I will see you all after. It was a
All right.
pleasure.
Well, you have a good day. Thank you so much for coming through.
Take care.
Thank you. That was fun. I am
That was
officially
fun.
on
Thank you for. Oh shit! You had like
CP.
14 minutes late. My bad.
I am officially on CP time. Hello.
Well, thank you for coming through, Kyrie. Appreciate you
Of course, I
always.
appreciate you as well.
And definitely come through the Kyrie's live stream. You're gonna be sitting there coming doing his live stream, like
literally
if you
like
don't mind.
in like 1 minute or two. But
Yeah,
yeah,
like 2 minutes. We'll sit there and say 2 minutes just to give him a grace period.
yeah.
Give Kyrie's 3 minutes just to make sure that everything's good.
Because I got to do it off of this one instead of my other MacBook. So just forget it. I'll just do it off of this computer. That'd be more easier. And that.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming through. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Kyrie, for coming through. Always appreciate you being my co-pilot. And
Always have your back. Like I said, I'm not gonna let nobody set you up. I don't care that he's he ain't gonna set my boy up like that for failure. I don't think so. Someone got to set him through.
I just want to sit there and make sure everyone remembers Kyrie Smith to say, you're not going to sit there and blame Jess for your shortcomings. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming through. Appreciate y'all all. Stay safe. And also thank you. Huge shout out to Nathanyael Gray for coming through. I'm a little tipsy right now. But thank you for coming through. Appreciate y'all all. And I will see you in the next live stream. Laters.